From CNN. Actually, this story is across the corporate press far and wide. Bondi briefed Trump that his name was in the Epstein files. We have this from the New York Times. Trump administration live updates. Attorney General alerted Trump his name appeared in the Epstein files. And then from Newsweek, White House reacts to report that Bondi told Trump he was in the Epstein files. This is the corporate press headline, I'm sure on CNN's television cable channel with all 17 people watching. This is the only thing they're talking about. Newsweek loves to bury the story. You got to scroll way down. On Wednesday, the Journal reported that Bondi and another top DOJ official informed the president in May that his name appeared in the Epstein files along with the names of other high-profile figures as part of what sources characterized as unverified hearsay. Senior DOJ officials also reportedly told Trump they did not plan to release more information about the investigation to the public in order to protect victims' identities and because the documents contained child sex abuse materials. Trump responded by saying he would defer to the DOJ's judgment on the matter. Notice how Donald Trump said, release all credible information. Yeah. The hearsay may have been that Democrats and even Trump's own heads of intelligence included unsourced and unverified information that's going to make him look bad, and he doesn't want it released. Yeah. That's why he's calling it a Democrat hoax. It's not that Epstein isn't real. And again, I don't want to defend Trump on this one. And maybe he's in it, he's in it. I want to know what it says. Right. I think Trump is probably, the point he's making is they put unverified, unsourced BS, just like Russiagate, in the Epstein files implicating me.
Yes. So you notice he uses words like hoax and rigged, and people get, sometimes people get tired of it. However, he's got his finger, it's right on target because a lot of these things are hoaxes and a lot of events are rigged. And we don't really see it. We don't see what he sees. But there are clues in the words that he uses, and he gives them to us.
They should release as much information as they can. I don't care if it incriminates Trump or if it makes Trump look bad. I don't think that there's anything actually incriminating when it comes to Trump. I don't think there's anything illegal that he's done. But he's probably worried about looking bad or being associated. Just put it all out there because this is only making everything worse. I don't see, unless he's actually broken the law, there's that, which in that case, then there should be criminal prosecution. But if he hasn't, put everything out there because this is just making everything worse.
If you want to play a game of power, okay, you want to get involved in spycraft and all that stuff, Donald Trump's handling of this matter is one of the worst I have ever seen. Mm-hmm. Literally just put out fake information. Like I'm not actually suggesting Trump should do this. I'm saying if the Trump administration was competent on the matter, based on what we know about the story, if we assume it to be true, like let's just entertain a hypothetical Trump is doing this all on purpose. It's 5D chess. Fine, whatever. I doubt it. This is not how you handle if there's incriminating evidence or embarrassing information in the files. He's drawing more attention to it, making the whole thing worse. He could literally instruct everybody just to never talk about it again, and it would go away. You think so? People are already bored of it. Yeah. And it's a massive story that needs to be exposed. I'm with Massey and Ro Khanna. We should have these documents published. But Trump is just fanning the flames to keep it going.
Why do you think that is?
Incompetence.
I mean, is the idea here that this is the most incompetent thing he's ever done?
That's fascinating because it appears that this is one of the only times he's on the backside of an 80-20 issue.
I don't think that it's incompetence because he's not a stranger to messaging. Like, he's really good at messaging. He's really good at marketing himself. I don't know what the deal is. I think the most likely scenario is that he doesn't want to be associated with it, and so he doesn't want the information to come out because it associates him with it. But I don't think that it's an incompetence thing because he's so good with messaging everywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy that stood up and said, fight, fight, fight after he got shot.
Yeah.
This is a guy that understands image. And to your point, but a little more nuanced, I think, look, he is the president. He's been the president before. Even he has seen the damage and the consequences of a fragment of a sentence used in a CIA or in a President Obama's thing. A fragment of a sentence sentence, a fragment of him being associated with Epstein can turn into being blown up for months or days, whatever. And so I suspect that might be part of it. I don't suspect that he's in there in a damaging way, but he is all about image, and he's all about, I mean, remember during COVID, he never wore a mask.
Yeah.
He absolutely never wore a mask. When the day after he was shot, he called me the next morning and asked if I was okay. But I talked to him 7 times that day. But he also, at the end of the day, I said, why did you say fight, fight, fight? And he said, well, I wasn't Donald Trump in that moment. I was representing the United States of America. I had to project strength. I had an obligation in that role to project strength, all the grit and the exceptionalism and the never back down that we are supposed to stand for. And so when you think that way, when you want to project a certain image, not just of yourself, but you take it to the next level and you want to project it about the country, that I think that gives a little more insight as to maybe why he doesn't want this out, even if the likelihood that it's not something in there that would be damaging to him. It would just be annoying.
Unverified hearsay could be some serious stuff.
It could be.
And they'll make the argument that you can't prosecute someone on unverified hearsay, but the hearsay could be like Trump was with underage girls and Epstein doing who knows what. And so Trump is going to be like, you can't release that, even though it's not going to be strong enough evidence for any kind of prosecution. Court of public opinion doesn't work that way. But again, that being said, it doesn't explain how Trump is handling it the way he is, which is the stupidest mishandling of any kind of story I've ever seen.
This has been going on for how long now? Like, this is dragged out over like our news cycle is so lightning fast now. The fact that this has dominated the news cycle for as long as it has is the proof that it's being handled poorly.
Well, can I just tell you guys one thing? And this might shock you, but this is the way I do reporting. I go out and I talk to people. And when this first broke, the first place I was at was a rodeo. You can't get more centrally located with people that are Trump supporters or more patriotic. Have y'all ever been to a big rodeo? It's literally the best time ever. Anyways, I asked 72 people. Not one person cared about this to the level that you see on social media.
Mm-hmm. This is
and I often feel as a reporter that I straddle 2 different worlds, right? I straddle a world where the people that just regular people live, exist, play, and think about what's important, and then I straddle the other world, which is very online, and it's really a challenge to figure out, well, what is the most meaningful? What's having the most impact?
This is that I've been saying this a lot, and I catch a lot of hell from a lot of people that are extremely online.
Yeah.
To normal people, this does not register. They
not at all.
do not care.
Not at all.
Hold on. The things that are important are kitchen table issues.
Yep.
The things that are going to matter come the midterms are kitchen table issues, and the things that are going to matter come the next presidential election are kitchen table issues. The economy is the most important thing to everybody all the time, whether they want to admit it or not. The people that are online, that are seeing this stuff, that are watching podcasts, they'll make a lot of noise, and they're very passionate about it, but it is a small segment.
To be fair, okay, I pulled up.
I can always the look.
I pulled
Here
up.
we
It was
go.
a look.
I pulled up Google Trends.
Okay.
And the Epstein files is trending,
Yeah.
rivaling Candace Owens.
And that's another thing. I bet you
Another person nobody talking
cares.
about
Yeah.
at a rodeo.
So the top trends on Google as of right now for the United States: Brian Koberger with 500,000 searches. Right. Arsenal versus Milan with 100,000.
I respect
Candace
that.
Owens with 50,000. And then the Epstein files at 50,000, which the Epstein files is the 4th biggest trend in the country. So people are searching for it, but let's be honest, at 10% the rate of Brian Koberger.
I don't know
That was
who Ryan
pretty
Culver
riveting
is
today.
either.
He's that murderer.
He's the
Oh,
dude
okay,
from
yes,
Utah,
yes.
right?
The
That was pretty riveting.
Yeah.
Test,
Moscow,
To
Idaho.
be fair, the Tesla. So this is actually not correct. Actually, it's number 5. Tesla earnings report has got 100,000 searches. So if we go by pure search volume, Epstein files actually is number 6. Heat advisory has 100,000 searches.
that's what people think about.
Well, I mean, that's why I say, like, for me, the priority is kitchen table issues, Obama conspiracy stuff, then Epstein stuff, and it's literal political scandal triage. If Trump doesn't get his agenda through, then people don't vote in the midterms. Democrats gain power, and Epstein gets away with it. If Obama and his cohort aren't held accountable for Crossfire Hurricane, Russiagate stuff, Democrats will fight and regain power, and then Epstein gets away with it. Then, after those things are locked and secured, we can talk about releasing the Epstein files, because I will tell you this. With Trump's resistance and everything that the Trump campaign, or I'm sorry, the campaign, the administration is saying about it, and Trump himself, you will get nowhere near a single word with Democrats in power. They were in power under Obama when this was going on. They said nothing. It never came up. No activists cried about it. No one brought it up. You were called a conspiracy theorist if you even mentioned it. Then Trump gets in and the story breaks. Epstein dies. Did a little air quote there. Biden gets in. Democrats don't care anymore. Trump is back in. He's begrudging. He doesn't want the info released, but we are closer now than we've been before. So choose your battles.
I want to see the Epstein list stuff come out just so that way we can put it to bed. I would love to, if there are prosecutions that are necessary, make the arrests necessary. The people that have broken the law, put them in jail, and then the people that are completely obsessed with it can stop worrying about it. Let them have their heads. Put the people that are that have broken the law in jail.
I want to get to the bottom of this, and I don't care who's the top.
I don't care either.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.